What's up, fool? Time for all this craziness to come to fruition, because check it out. 8 hours of simmering, and you can see that I filled earlier the pot up to the top, and now it's a little under halfway. So that looks good. Got a smaller pot, fine mesh strainer, goes just like that, and I'm strained. Here I got about 5 pounds of a mixture of onions, some sweet onions, red onions, and I got a random white guy here. And you saw my video, I'm sure, on cutting peppers and onions, so you know exactly how to deal with these. Done. Here we still got that paella pan, and it's all crudded up from roasting that chicken. Still got bits of meat and vegetables on it. That's okay, that's totally on purpose. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pop this on medium lowish heat. I'm gonna heat that through. In the meantime, this, I'm sure you have one, is a gravy separator. We want to add flavor but not make our soup. If you haven't figured it out, I'm making French onion soup. Don't want it to taste like a grease lick. And you can see already it's got a pretty substantial fat cap. Though I'm actually going to steal that much to help cook out the onions. Pan is heated through a little bit. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of olive oil, maybe a tablespoon. Here is all of those onions at 5-ish pounds. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start stacking these in layers. I'm going to put a layer down in that paella roaster, and then I'm going to take a little pinch of salt, and I'm going to sprinkle it over those onions. And now I'm going to add a second layer. And don't worry, this is going to shrink a bit. You'll see another pinch of salt, probably doing 1/4 teaspoons at a time. And now another layer of onions, got a nice heap. The last layer, as it turns out. Empty that up, and now I sprinkle on salt. Now it's time for the waiting game. It's going to take some time to slowly render out these onions on low heat. It's going to drive out that moisture and caramelize the considerable amount of sugar in the onions. Now we wait. And look at that. It's been shrinking pretty good. Almost there. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes before I take a spoon and start stirring it around. Now we really got a lot of reduction. And I'm at the point where I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to start moving this around. You can see we got good caramelization on the bottom. Nice browning of those onions. And we want to spread around that onion goodness. We want all of our onions to get that nice deep caramelized brown color. Look at all that wonderful color. It's so beautiful. Now remember that roast stock we made from the leftover chicken? That is now going to get poured on these wonderful onions. So remember, stop at that fat cap, because all that fat goes in, then our soup will taste like a grease lick. Cool. Alright, stir, make sure all these onions are covered, and we're just going to bring this to a simmer. Don't really need to reduce this or anything. We already reduced that stock. The onions we cooked to oblivion. So just bring this to a simmer and then give it a good seasoning. Cool. We got lots of roasty flavors from the reduced onions, the seared chicken, and the nice deep stock. So gotta finish the seasoning with some salt, and gonna add some brightness in the form of some lemon juice. Now I don't have any wine or brandy or cognac, but if you had those items, a tablespoon or two at this point wouldn't be amiss. Take that juice. Alright, that's pretty good. So, you know, you can trick Anna into sex now.